Hello and welcome back to Medium Rare, everyone. It's been a little while since I posted my last video, but something caught my attention. And I feel like I have to make a video about this, and this is because it's something that I think affects this sort of community I'm involved in general. The sort of commentary, YouTube news, criticism, those types of creators on this platform are they're going to be affected by what's going on here. So, if you're not aware, Leafy is here. One of the biggest commentary channels on the platform, just had his account terminated, and now he had his account terminated for harassment and bullying, apparently. Apparently that's the reason his account has been taken down. And now if we go over here to Leafy's Twitter, we can see he said, "Morning, Team YouTube, my channel was suspended yesterday. Curious if there's anything I could do to get it reinstated, or if there's any statement on this you could give on this." And obviously here he's showing this account is suspended. Almost 5 million subscribers, suspended channel. And if we actually go over to YouTube, he actually has a new account here, Leafyishere. It's got 65,000 subscribers, and he posted this video, "I got terminated."
I would love, people saying, "Oh, Leafy, come back." I would love to see Leafy come back and try to exist in the landscape today. Like, the content that he was making would never fly on YouTube today, and you have to adapt and overcome the fact that, like, you can't even curse, bro. Like, I don't know.
And on the channel, he has also been posting his Pokemon videos here. He's been posting all of these one after the other. He also has this 3-hour video, this 3-hour stream that just says, "Free me, hashtag free Leafy, I'm sleeping, lol." And if you actually go to the channel and go into the about section, you can see, "LOL, I got banned." This channel is not owned by Leafyishere, it's owned by his manager. All of Leafy's content in the future will be uploaded here, so if you're an old subscriber, subscribe to this channel, as this is where he will be uploading from now on. And then here we can see on Twitter as well, Keemstar, who is a friend of Leafy, said on Twitter, "As far as I know, at the time of Leafy getting terminated, he had 0 community guideline strikes. A few months ago he got strikes, but those were reversed. So either he got all 3 strikes at once, or you know who called Susan with a tactical drone strike." And so if you're not aware, basically the way it works on YouTube is you get basically 3 strikes and you're out. When you first violate the community guidelines, you get a strike. When you do it a second time, you get a second strike. And when you do it a third time, you get a third strike. And each strike has a different punishment that kind of goes along with it. Like, they'll stop you uploading a certain amount of time, they'll revoke your live streaming privileges, stuff like that. But after a third strike, that is when your account goes down. And Keemstar is saying, as far as he knew, Leafy didn't actually have any community guideline strikes, which means that this either happened all in a rapid succession, just they hit him with 3 all at once, or they terminated his account without giving him community guideline strikes. And now, as far as what Leafy had actually done that constitutes harassment or bullying, that's the question here. Recently he had released these Pokemon videos, and in these Pokemon videos he was criticizing Pokemon pretty harshly. And in these same videos, he was also making some jabs at her appearance, making fun of how she looks. And that seems to be the thing that people are focusing on. That seems to be the part that people seem to have issue with. The fact that he was focusing on her appearance, that he was making fun of her appearance. And I would say to that, sure, that's not a very nice thing to do. It's quite nasty. It's maybe uncalled for, whatever. But do I really think it's a reason to terminate someone's YouTube channel? I don't think so at all. I don't think you should be banned from a platform for making fun of someone or how they look. I wouldn't be asking someone to ban another channel if they were making videos about how fat I am or something. Like, that's not something to ban someone over, I personally don't think. At the most, maybe you could argue, okay, we'll do a community guideline strike, let the person correct their behaviour, essentially give them a warning, and then see if they change. But it doesn't appear he even got that chance. It appears it just went, oh, account taken down. And the problem here also is that it's hard to define what constitutes criticism and what constitutes harassment. People have different ideas of this. And YouTube itself is filled with people such as Pokemon and other large creators who really don't think that drama channels or commentary channels should be allowed to exist. These people want YouTube to crack down on people who talk about drama, who talk about other things that are going on. These people would want my channel shut down. I don't insult people in my videos here on this channel. I'm very tame. I just report to you what's going on and I add my opinion on. I don't insult anyone. I'm pretty tame here, but these people, there's lots of creators on YouTube that don't think that should be allowed, that think you need to make your own original content, and you shouldn't be allowed to just make content about what other people have been up to, and that feeds negativity. And these people say that that's harassment, that these videos I make are harassment, and the videos that Leafy makes are harassment. And yeah, maybe there's a difference between my videos and Leafy's, because Leafy's a bit more personal about it. He's a bit more going after them, a bit more mean about it. But to a lot of people on the platform, they don't care what the difference is. They just want people to be taken down. And that's what this guy, Asmongold's basically saying. Hopefully the Leafy ban is only the beginning of YouTube taking action on channels whose content is primarily at the expense of others. Harassment veiled as criticism. And boy, this terrifies me, that people actually think this way, that creators think this way. Harassment veiled as criticism. Can you please draw the line? As you see here, Boblax is saying, where's the line drawn between criticism and harassment though? I feel like the harassment rules on YouTube are already very in-depth. How much further does the line need to be pushed? And I completely agree with that. There is a whole thing here giving exact examples of things that are against the terms of service and harassment. And you know, I really like this tweet here from Nicholas Diorio, and he says, if you can't define harassment, no one can talk to you, my guy. You have a problem with content is primarily at the expense of others, and call it harassment veiled as criticism. This encompasses a lot of shit from me to ordinary gamers to James Marriott. Huge genre, dude. And that is definitely a big problem here, because you have guys like this Asmongold, who is saying, hopefully the Leafy ban is only the beginning of YouTube taking action on channels whose content is primarily at the expense of others. And that primarily at the expense of others line is something that is used a lot by bigger YouTubers in this community, or all of YouTube communities, that don't like drama channels, that don't like commentary channels, that don't like people criticizing them at all. It's a very vague way of wording things, and it concerns me to no end. If you are concerned about harassment, then specifically say, I hope YouTube takes more aim at channels engaging in harassment. How do you define that? Because if you say primarily at the expense of others, that would encompass any channel that basically reports on news or drama. If someone has done a bad thing and you report on it, that video you've made reporting on something, it is at the expense of someone else. And that doesn't matter what your content actually is. That's regardless of whether you're being horrible and harassing someone, or whether you're just reporting it and being nice and being unbiased. That covers a lot of different things. Scarce here made a good tweet saying, even if you weren't a fan of his videos, Leafy's termination is very, very concerning. Leafy being terminated now means any of us could be next. And here again, I have to agree, because I'm not a fan of Leafy. I honestly don't think I've ever enjoyed a Leafyishere video. I don't find him amusing. I don't enjoy him. I just don't. I don't like his videos, okay? I'm not a fan. But I'm a little concerned here about the fact that he's been terminated, despite not apparently actually having community guideline strikes beforehand, without having a warning. And now a really good point that was made was here in this video by Optimus. He made a really good point here that I just want to play for you, because he'll word it much better than I possibly could.
Now, I'm not here really to spread hate, but I mean, you think about the whole like James Charles, Toddy Westbrook, Shane Dawson situation, Jeffree Star, all that shit. I mean, they literally created a witch hunt against James Charles. They made false accusations against him. They basically tried to destroy his life. They tried to destroy his career. They weren't criticizing him. They worked together and conspired to literally create character assassination, and YouTube is fucking okay with that. As a matter of fact, YouTube will actually openly meet with these people. The CEO of YouTube, Susan Wojcicki, she will kick it with Shane Dawson, right? She'll meet with those people. It's okay for the beauty community to commit character assassination, to literally break the law, to intentionally slander somebody and to make up lies about them that could destroy their career and their lives. That's fine. But if someone says someone has a fucked up nose on YouTube, or says that they don't like Pokimane, then all of a sudden that's grounds for termination. That's the big problem that we have to deal with here.
And that's a fantastic point there from Optimus. YouTube clearly have really weird standards here. When it comes to commentary channels, if you make the slightest little comment, if you're making fun of someone's face or their appearance, suddenly you're a horrible person and you need to be banned from the platform. Meanwhile, you can actually go out of your way to fabricate false allegations against someone, life-destroying, life-altering accusations against someone, and YouTube won't even bat an eye. In fact, they'll encourage you. They'll give you more money. They won't demonetize you. They'll be your best friend and keep pumping money towards you. And it just shows huge, huge double standards here, depending on which community we're talking about. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end this video here. I've not been making videos this last week or two because I was a bit busy. I got engaged, so yeah, I've been a little bit busy with other things. I also just made a new forums. You can go check those out at rarerag.com. I don't know if they're going to stay up. They might only be up a month and I'll decide to take them back down. I want to see how it goes. I had some people request I made new forums. I've not had forums for quite a while, quite a few years now, and I decided, okay, let's try it out again. Let's maybe make a little news drama community on a message board, and people can go there, talk about, have a discussion about things that are going on in the world. So go check that out. I'll leave a link to that in the description down below, rarerag.com. And hopefully I'll see you all in another video very, very soon.